In previous videos, we talked about different pricing strategies to artificially increase the cost of a product. But we really did that in terms of legal substances, particularly alcohol. This also applies to tobacco. This is now applying to marijuana. But what about other substances? What about illicit drugs? Well, increasing the price of a legal drug decreases consumption. So basically, we want to know, does this same principle apply to illicit psychoactive substances? Now, the prevailing wisdom is that if you can raise the price of an illicit substance, consumption will go down, and prices will increase. They'll be raised if the number of distributors is limited. So we arrest the people who actually distribute the drug. We put penalties in place to deter new distributors. Or if the product itself the product production is limited, so we destroy the source crops, we arrest the producers. But does it actually work? Well, maybe. So when we talk about opioids, the influence of price on opioid use really depends on its source. So the true price is often masked because we receive opioids through prescriptions from our physicians. In some countries, opioids are dispensed for free. So there's really no price restrictions, and there's nothing we can do to increase the price from free, unless that rule is removed. And then even in countries where we need prescriptions to get a prescription opioid, majority of users actually receive them for free from families and friends who didn't use their entire prescriptions. So a lot of people are getting prescription opioids for free. The price is being covered by a third party, so there's really no personal involvement in the cost of that product. Marijuana doesn't appear to be responsive to price at all. And among poly drug users, there's less sensitivity to price of their preferred substance. They're more responsive, they're more sensitive to price increases of their less preferred substance, so the second substance they use among their poly drug use. But that primary substance, they seem to be relatively price inelastic. But ultimately, when we talk about illicit substances, we need more data. I mentioned a handful of studies. There may only be a handful more. There's really not a lot of information out there, and it's very hard to research and study, even collect the data. So because it is so difficult, because it's not a regulated market, because prices might remain the same, but the product varies, as well as issues with purity, we just need more information, and we need better ways to research the illicit substance markets and these black markets in order to determine whether price measures actually work at impacting consumption, or whether the system is so decentralized and so flexible that simply other distributors that can sell the product for the same price will be introduced into a market no matter what we do.